y'all? It's your boy Son, along with my co-host, brother Jay Camp, all the way in the FL, the Florida, down there keeping it warm while I'm up here freezing to death. You know how we do.
Actual
We are
factuals,
Jay
man.
Son, and this is the Jason Files Show, where we talk Marvel, sports, and a little bit of music. Um, we got an action-packed show for y'all today. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man hit the streets yesterday,
Mm.
and your Spider-Man is actually in them streets. He ain't in
And
space with
Diddy
Doctor
hit the
Strange and
streets.
Iron. He
Hmm.
in them streets, which is hilarious. And brother Black Panther is getting recast possibly. I wonder what you guys think about that. And Anthony Mackie said some stuff that I agree with, but the world was like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
we
You
got to
mess with
tap
the
into that.
America word, you know what I mean? We're
Hmm.
going to throw a little shade back to you on that one. So we're going to
Hmm.
get your thoughts all on these subjects. But before we do that, my brother Jay Camp, how are you doing on this fine Thursday evening?
I'm good, man. It's almost a weekend. It's been a long week for those who have to work that 9 to 5 like I do. I mean, we love to create content, but we also got to feed that family too. Hopefully,
Yes, sir.
this will feed the family at some point. And I can retire, you know what I'm saying, from corporate America. But nah, man, I mean, it's always good to chop it up with you, but also chop it up and talk about the things that we love the most, which is music, Marvel, and sports. So I'm ready to get
You heard.
into it, man.
Indeed. Well, before we get into it, like always, please hit that like button, smash that like button, hit
Smash
that
it.
subscribe button,
Hope.
and yeah, please comment below if any subject hits your soul. Spew it out to us. Let us know
Mm-hmm.
what you think.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
man. Let's get to our
If you
first
got
subject
smoke,
of
let
today.
us know. If you
Yeah, if
hear
you got
something that
smoke,
you
please
hate,
let us know.
let
We
us
can
know,
go.
man.
We can go bar for bar. Pardon me, y'all.
Oh
My voice is
man.
on my Jadakiss ish today. I don't know what's going on, but you know. All right, first subject, bro. Marvel is finally going to recast, possibly recast Black Panther. Well, I know when
Mm.
Brother Chadwick passed, RIP Chadwick Boseman, of course. Um, Me and a whole lot of other people were like, please don't recast. It just doesn't make sense, at least this soon. And there was quite a bit of people that was like, nah, yeah, brother, we need T'Challa in the MCU. And even Chadwick, from what we've heard from some of his family members, would have wanted them to recast. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. Far as this subject goes for me, I want T'Challa back. I really do. We're in an era where we're in the multiverse and all that. Um, I don't know, and the rumors have not specified on how they will bring back T'Challa if they decide to do that. But I think the MCU needs T'Challa, and I think he was a big cornerstone that they were going to use to move forward after the Iron Man died. The Cap, goes
Hmm.
off into the multiverse and gets old and all this stuff. So, uh, J Camp, are you on board, first of all, with the recast T'Challa, whatever fashion that they decide to do that in?
Yeah, I am on board, man. I mean, at first I was kind of like, nah, that's Chadwick's joint. But I mean, at the end of the day, Chris Reeves also left us, and we recasted
Mm-hmm.
Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times. I don't. I love Chadwick Boseman. Like, let me be clear there. Pause. But you know, Black Panther's gonna be here well after all of us are gone. So I,
Facts.
I don't think we should hold any character to one individual. This is not like getting your jersey hung in the rafters and can't nobody wear that jersey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's different.
Right.
Like,
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
a
It's
Laker
different.
fan, we can't have nobody wearing that number 32, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's all magic.
It's all magic. It's
It's
different
all
though.
magic.
Like Chadwick only had two, like what? four runs. I guess is Black when you think about the movies that he was in.
Civil War.
Um,
What was he in? Civil War and Black
Civil War,
Panther,
Black
Infinity
Panther,
War,
not about
and
five.
Endgame. Yeah, it was four. You're right. I think
Okay,
it was four movies.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
and having said that, man, like that was just one phase. I mean, a phase and a half that he was in. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot that needs to be told of Black Panther, and I think it's unfair to fans of Black Panther to say, "Nah, we just ain't gonna have no live action Black Panther because Chadwick ain't here." I think that's selfish, you know.
Right.
And salute to the estate of Chadwick Boseman and his family. I'm pretty sure they feel the same way we feel. But we can
Mm-hmm.
continue to lift up Chadwick's legacy by keeping Black Panther going. I think if you just say, nah, we ain't doing like T'Challa, I think that's really a disservice to Chadwick from what he started, man. I feel like Chadwick left a legacy. We should keep that moving.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, when Chadwick passed, I believe they were working on Black Panther at the time, like in
Mm-hmm.
pre-production or whatever, pre-development.
Mm-hmm.
And his passing
Mm-hmm.
was very semi close to actually filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we can look at it from this time period or even when Wakanda Forever came out. um like it was a big difference between then and then before the filming of it. It was too
One thing.
fresh. I think that's what it was. It was
I,
more
I, I
for the
agree.
actors.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, like it's hard. Black Panther is Chadwick is
Yeah.
Black Panther. Let's just be clear, he
I mean
really
that's
is.
no doubt
But
about it.
he's not the only actor that can portray this man at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of them out there, but it's really us getting over ourselves at the end of the day. Hey,
We
I
got to
mean,
get over that, man.
we lost the
I
soldier.
mean,
What I mean, we lost him, but the role as T'Challa is bigger than with Chadwick.
it's bigger than
Bigger than
Chadwick,
Chadwick.
man, and that's no
It is.
disrespect, man, to Chadwick.
Nah, heck no.
R.I.P. Man, I think you just gotta if you a fan of the character of T'Challa and a Black Panther, you should root for Black Panther continuing to be a character in the
Hmm.
MCU and seeing him in live action, man, because I mean we need it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
Marvel established T'Challa as one of them ones, and we need to continue to see it. Point blank.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I truly believe, well, first of all, I always believed that they were going to do this at some point, whether it was before or after the reboot of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
For me, is it going to come before the Secret Wars? Is he going to be in Secret Wars,
Mm-hmm.
or is Black Panther 3 going to come before or after Secret Wars? So it's a lot of questions on how they're going to deal with this. We also get word that Denzel Washington is supposed to be one of the villains of Black Panther 3. They actually just said that earlier today or yesterday. Some character name, I think his name is Achibe, possibly being played. They say he's similar to like the Joker for Batman. So you can be some sort of maniacal, just
It's
kind of
kind of
off
hard
the
bodied a
off
little
the
bit.
rocker, training day basically. Denzel give us a look.
Chess, not
Training day
checkers.
Denzel. You know what I mean? So I
He
mean,
was in his bag on training day, man. We
yeah,
get that Denzel,
factuals,
man. I'm in
factuals.
the building. Mind
Yeah, I
you,
mean that's probably his most memorable role by far. You know what I mean? But he has so many.
he has
Yeah, I
so
don't know,
many,
man.
man.
I'm excited for it. Black Panther 3 kind of never been in my thought pattern. It felt like it's so far off, but to hear them
Mm-hmm.
actually taking steps to bringing us back the King of Wakanda and bringing us Wakanda again in general, that's a beautiful thing, man. I cannot wait.
It's a beautiful
I
thing,
just
man. I'm
cannot
I'm
wait.
I'm I'm so excited for that, man.
Hmm.
I mean, we need it, man. And you can still lift up Chadwick by doing this, man. I mean, that can be like
Hmm.
some you can pay homage still in these films. I think they should pay homage to him in all these films, to be honest, man. Because like you said, he is Black Panther. He is
Yes.
T'Challa. So we should continue. I mean, just like when they show Chris Reeves love, man, in that Flash joint. You know, they show like a little scene of Chris Reeves in there, man. Like you, that's paying homage, man, to people that's paved that way. So
Hmm. The
looking forward to
forefathers.
it, man.
The forefathers. All right,
Right,
man.
the
You know
fathers,
what I mean?
man.
It's a, it's a dope thing, though. So, you guys, what do you think? Who should play Black Panther? Do you believe it should be a recast? I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think. All right. Next subject. Here's a big one because this is, yeah. Brother Anthony Mackie um, recently was interviewed and was asked a question that he really didn't answer wrong. What he was saying was actually correct, but it's one of those things. My man, I don't know if you could say this right before a movie comes out, and this portion of the year, we in election year, everybody is extra. You know what I mean?
Just
America
extra,
got
yeah.
all they flag together. You know, the flags flying high right now. It's like, yeah, Mr. Mackey, he said something that I agree with, but let's hear it, and then J Camp, let me know what you think. All right,
Mm-hmm.
all right, brother Mackey, speak.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, you know, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about uh, a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity, someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of this is kind of like a an aspect of a dream coming true. You know, when I was a kid, you know, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one
Mhm,
day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, that's not a sword, and that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, you know, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
He didn't say nothing wrong, did he?
Mm-mm. Nah,
Nothing
he's talking about
wrong.
opportunity, man. I mean, I don't see
Oh, hold
the.
on, my bad. Let me get my audio
No, no,
back
no,
up.
no. You good? You good? You good,
No, it's
fam?
cool. You good? All right, go ahead, man.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand the hate because he's not saying that he doesn't love America or anything like that. What he's talking
Right.
about is the opportunity. He's talking about like people in general having the opportunity to feel like they're on top of the world. He mentioned the kids slaying the dragon to save the princess. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when I was playing Mario Brothers, man, I really thought I was Mario
You did.
saving Peach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like getting the flag and dropping the fireball on Cooper, man. I thought I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Doing that,
Mm-hmm.
man. So we lived through those fantasies, and I think Anthony Mackie's really talking about the opportunities that he's been afforded, and he looks at playing the role of Captain America as something that he's always dreamed of. And I think to me, that is the American way. That's, you know, being grateful for your opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
being very cognizant of, you know, things that you worked hard for. Because what's one thing that they always say, you know what I'm saying? Like, electricity is not a luxury, heat is not a luxury. These are things you have to earn. Anthony Mackie just saying, look, yo, like I earned this role. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like this was an opportunity I dreamed of. It has nothing to do with America or Captain America. This is about a kid believing in himself and living out his dream. You know what I'm saying? You can do that at the same time as loving America. I don't think, you know, I think people take clips out of context and they say, oh, you know, Anthony Mack is anti-America. Like, where in that did he sound anti-American? To me, it sound
Right.
full-blooded American. He's grateful for to be in the land of the free and to have these
Hmm.
opportunities, man. I mean, I maybe I'm looking into it wrong, but that's just my
Yeah.
perspective on and
I think
what
the
I heard.
original line of questioning is said, what does it mean to be Captain America, or what does Captain America mean to you? And he was saying the America part is actually like the part that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Steve or Captain America
Cause it
represents
don't.
the trustworthy man, the man with integrity, the man that is, you know what I mean? He's the aspirational person that everybody wants to be.
Which is
And
100%.
Americans not agreeing with that statement is basically putting the cart before the horse. You're trying to say
It,
that
it really
America
is.
is all those things, but it is not. It has never been all those things. It is not. We're not the the most honorable. We're not the most. You know, we don't have all our stuff together. Basically, we're trying to be like a Steve Rogers. We're trying to be that perfect, citizen, the one that'll dive
Mm-hmm.
onto a grenade and save
Grenade
everybody
facts.
without question. That's what we're trying to be. Where other people are saying, though, no, that is America. No, that's what America is trying to be. Nobody is that really.
That's
If you take into
disrespectful
account
too,
all its
man.
parts, our history
Especially
is
when you
tainted.
facts, and especially when you know people from other countries, man. I mean,
Hmm.
like a lot of people that work under me at my real job are from different
Right.
countries. They have the
Right.
same principles and values that we have.
Hmm.
So I look at that as humanity. It has nothing to do with where you from. I think people got to
Right.
get out of just because you live in a certain place means that you uphold a certain principle more than somebody else. No. Once you
Right.
actually get to know people from other places, from different countries, you come to find out you have a lot in common. They don't be
Hmm.
going for a lot of the foolishness that goes in their country. They fight
Right.
against that type of stuff, man. So, and they
Hmm.
take that type of stuff seriously. They take family seriously. So, I feel like we live in such a hostile political climate now that you can't say anything that could make you look like somebody who's not patriotic in that sense. And
Right.
and, and again, I love America just like you love America, man. I'm
Hmm.
blessed to be in this country. I would never take anything away from it at all, man. Like being born here, man. I take it for granted a lot. But at the end of the day, man, I could have been born in Asia and I would still feel the same way Anthony Mackie feels. I would still be a fan of Steve Rogers, is what Steve Rogers represents, not his flag. That has nothing to do with it, man. He could have they could have switched places with the Red Guardian. It could have been Steve Rogers. I would still be a fan because of what he represents.
Yeah. And people forget that Steve Rogers is very anti government and all this stuff, and a lot of things that America has done, he is very against it. He stands
Hmm.
tall and fights back against half that stuff. So I mean, does Captain America represent America? If you wanted to, if that's how you feel, but we all know it's an aspiration, it's our goal, it's our benchmark, the American
Hmm.
dream. I mean, we all know the
Yeah,
white picket fence and all that, but the American
absolutely.
dream is to be this type of person,
Yeah,
Captain America, and that's why Sam is Captain America
hmm
now, because Steve
he
said,
represents
"I
that.
see you have the qualities, the integrity, you know what I mean, the the backbone, all that to be a person who fights for things the correct way.
And
You
he's the
fight
only
for the
one.
real person, the person who can't fight for themselves." So yeah, I don't
He
know.
he's the only one that can hold that mantle, man. Like you got to
Yep.
salute Steve Rogers for noticing that
Hmm.
in Sam, because Sam is the only one who could carry that mantle because he has the mindset. Not everybody
Yep.
can hold that position. It has nothing to do with the flag that you stand on. It's all
No, I don't.
about what's on the inside, man. I mean, and
Right.
I hate that people are taking it that far. It's not. It's not that serious. It's really
It's
not,
not.
man.
It's not.
It's
People
not
are
this
trying to make
serious,
this
bro.
movie have a bad start. They're not rooting for this movie. There's a lot of people just not
Of
rooting
course,
for it,
they
and
didn't root
that's what it
for the
is.
series that came out. I mean, you know
Hmm.
how it is, man. I mean, but it is.
Yeah, man.
I'm rooting for it. I'm gonna go see it. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
Whether it
day
was
one.
Steve Rogers or whether it's Sam, I'm still gonna peep it.
Factuals. That's absolute factuals. I'm excited for the movie. We got about 2.5 weeks. February 14th is the official day it comes out, but we all know it drops on the Thursday. So February 23rd, I'm sure you'll be in the theater because I will. I'm seeing it day one. So, huh. That's what it is.
Hmm.
All right, man. Let's go to our next topic real quick. We all know what it is. Your friendly neighborhood
Mm.
Spider-Man is in the building. It dropped yesterday, January 29th. Um, Hey, the fanfare has been great. After the initial
Excellent.
trailer dropped and people were poo-pooing on it, it looked weird, it looked kiddie and all that. Now that people have laid their eyes on it and actually experienced the episode or two, people are pretty much through the roof. They're like,
Yeah, like this
yeah,
is
this
raw
is what we
business.
needed. We needed this. I believe you said you watched the first episode, not the first two. You got through the first one,
I,
right?
yeah, I watched the first episode and got through like half of the second one.
Okay. Just your initial thoughts of seeing it in motion, first and foremost, and then how did it make you feel, at least completing the first episode.
It definitely felt like a comic book first and foremost. It was
Right.
action
Right out the
off the
gate.
dribble. Um, you know, seeing my man's Peter, um, you know, trying to put his bid in with
Yeah.
Shorty. I can't even think
What's
of
her
her
name?
name now.
Pearl. Pearl.
Pearl,
Yeah.
because we all
Yeah.
been there. I had a babysitter who was cold. Like I had a neighborhood babysitter who was like 3 years older than me. Her name was Nikki. If Nikki's
Mm.
watching it, salute to you,
Salute.
girl. You probably
Salute
didn't
to
even know
Nikki.
this, but no, Nikki was bad, bad, bro. Like she was. That was like I was crushing on her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like
Right.
15, and she's like a senior in high school. Had all the all the dudes wanting her. I'm like, man, I can't put the bid in because like my pops is real cool with her pops, and we went to the same church. It was just it's been a weird situation. And she used to babysit me, which is still odd. But I felt like Peter in that situation. But I was like, man, I
Right.
was
I feel
there.
you.
I was there, bro. But
Nice.
and then seeing Strange was raw business, man. I was like, Strange is doing some things. Pause. I was like, this man's over here cooking. He was
Yeah.
walking through walls and everything.
Yeah.
A car like went through his whole body, man.
Right. Yeah.
He was in
He was
good
in his bag. He
condition,
was in his
man.
spell bag
He
for
was in
sure.
his spell bag, man. So I ain't seen that side of Strange. So I was like, this is hard, man. But this is the limits that you can do when you have animation. And then when you combine that with the comic book flow, I mean,
Hmm.
this is just this is one of the best ones I've seen, man. I mean, again, I'm just like really 1.5 in, but this was excellent, man. Just excellent, excellent work. Great attention to detail. I love how you know they're developing Peter as somebody who is learning who he is. So we are getting like a young Peter, and I feel
Hmm.
like I definitely feel like I'm reading a comic, man. Like this is raw business, man.
Yeah.
I'm fa- I'm hooked. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to really break all this stuff down.
Right.
The Easter eggs we found. You know, the other element to this too, man, is the hip hop that's in here, man. It's
Oh yeah.
very
Yeah.
Queens. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's very the
Right.
very opening scene was like super Queens, man. They had well, I would say was it the second one when he saved homie from getting jumped? He's about to get
No, that
jumped.
was the first one. No, that was the first
The
one.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
saved
Harry.
homie
Yeah.
and he had
Hmm.
like the Yeah, the ponytail
Right, with the earrings and all that.
the lines
Right,
in
the
his
cuts,
joint, man.
3 cuts in you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, just and it's definitely Peter. Like it's all like the character of Peter Parker himself, how he's like real nerdy,
Mm-hmm.
dry humor. Like they put a play on that like real dope, man. And just
Right.
like really playing on the cultural aspects of Queens. Yeah, the high school teacher being the dude with some dready
With the
crews.
dreads. Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
I was with that.
it's like it was hard, man. Like it was dope, man.
Right.
I felt like okay, they really are embodying Queens. Cause no disrespect to any other Spider Mans at all, but they ain't really showing like Queens. You know what I'm
Mm-mm,
saying? Like
nah.
Queens is mad Dominicans, Puerto Ricans,
Mm-hmm. It's a
black
melting pot for real,
folks,
for real.
uh, uh, Caucasians. Like you talking about a melting pot. Italians, like
Mm-hmm.
that's Queens. I'm glad they
Right.
played on that. Like just that's why I was saying like the attention to detail was special.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many dope things about this show. Um, everybody knows the origin of Spider-Man. I'm glad they didn't put us through that. I mean, they gave us the spider bite. They showed that where the
Hmm.
spider came from, which was Doctor Strange's dimension, wherever that
Which is crazy,
was.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't put us through just the normal montage of him falling off buildings because he don't know how to use his webs yet and all this stuff. Like, nah, just get to being Spider-Man. We know where this goes and where it's going. You know what I mean? So um I think the dopest thing about this show is it is truly um the multiversal what if version of Spider-Man. And why I say that is all these things that you would normally see in this show, they completely changed it. Like the reason why he's not up with a whole bunch of uppity, privileged kids, he didn't go to Midtown because Midtown got destroyed. My man had to go to public school basically. So now he's around all he's around the neighborhood. Now he's seeing the real people of Queens. And then when you get to meeting certain characters, they don't behave like they would in normal movies would. So say Pearl's boyfriend.
Hmm.
9 times out of 10,
I
the
thought he
the
was gonna
the
be a goon.
yeah, he'll be a bully and all that in normal shows. But nah, he turned out to be cool. Like,
Right,
oh,
right,
okay, Lonnie, that's my guy right
right,
there.
right.
Smart
And
brother.
Peter
He
was
got
like, "Man, I can't even hate on you, bro. Like you
yeah,
got my
hey,
shorty, but I can't even.
yeah, I mean, he couldn't hate on him.
I see
He a
why she
good dude.
chose you, my guy.
Yeah. And then, Peter in general, being the nerdy kid in the school, he would usually be bullied or being picked on or being made fun of. Instead, they celebrating the bruh. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. He was embraced.
They're saying he's the good luck charm now. He's the smartest kid in the class. So I want to work with him. Like Peter
Hmm.
is being boosted up in this community, which is crazy. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you'd have went to Midtown around all the uppity ones, he'd have still got picked on
Hmm.
and made fun of because he is clumsy and all the characteristics of Spider-Man. But they take him to the neighborhood, they showing him love. He didn't got a pass damn near in the in the neighborhood. So I just like how they're switching up some of the tropes that are in these movie or TV shows and series, especially geared towards Spider-Man.
Hmm.
So a lot of the stuff you just didn't guess it was going to happen. You know what I mean? So I like that. And then far as just the visuals, after the first 2 minutes, I was like, oh yeah, I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It take your eyes a couple, just like Into the Spider-Verse. It take your eyes a
Hmm.
couple minutes to be like, all right, now I got it. I got it.
Hmm.
I'm on. It's not jarring to me because they really kept it comic book on this.
They kept a
All the
comic book, man.
panels,
The
um,
transitions, like
transitions, just the motion in general is like frame by frame almost.
right.
It's weird, but it's dope. But then when you get into
That detail,
action,
man.
it becomes smooth and
Yeah.
kind of frenetic and kinetic and all these good qualities of when you're watching action that you
Mm-hmm.
want. It still held those even while being a comic book situation. So I enjoy these. I cannot wait for episode 3. Getting Norman Osborn in this. Them are waves. I've heard a couple people talking about it. Those are
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be waves that he got. It looked like cornrows, but
It looked like almost like not even
them are
like
waves.
cornrows, but he just had like the MC Hammer. Remember how MC Hammer had like the
Oh,
parts?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what
But he
I
got
thought it. That's what I thought it was when he was on
the
that
long
dance, dance,
bar.
dance, dance, dancing. Watch me do my thing. Right. Come on, Hammer.
Oh man, did we do the typewriter?
Right. That's what I thought I was saying. Hey, yo, Hammer,
Oh,
you ain't hitting in New York. So what you gonna do about it? I'ma turn this
turn
mother
this mother,
out.
turn
That's what
this mother
this
out.
mother
Dun, 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 dun.
do do.
Hey, let's stop talking about Hammer. Hammer about that Hammer. You know what I mean? I
Man,
ain't gonna
Hammer
try
was
to have
getting
Hammer show up on
busy
us.
back then, man. He was getting busy with it, man. I mean, I don't know nobody who can dance like that and still have breath control. Like he was
All
getting
respect,
busy with it, bro.
all respect to Hammer, straight up and down.
Facts.
Straight up, for real, for real. But oh man, this show is I mean, it's going to be one of the ones. It has been greenlit already for season 3, so that
Hmm.
tells you that they have the ultimate confidence in it, and this is the next opportunity for them to hook that next generation. Every
Yes.
generation has had their Spider-Man. This generation hasn't
Yes.
had it really. Not from the ground floor. You've
Hmm.
seen him in the big movies where he's
Right.
going to space, but you haven't found out what Spider-Man is really about unless you watch him in this type of format because he is truly and 100% your friendly neighborhood
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
He
That's how
really
Spider-Man is.
is.
That's how Spider-Man is supposed to be presented
Yeah.
when you first learn about Spider-Man. This is where what I mean? This is where he really
Hmm.
get down. So I know they'll take him further than that in probably
Right.
season 2 and 3, maybe, but
With the
this is the
oxygen
roots.
tank on the back, man, to push
Right,
out
right.
the the web, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Mm-hmm.
attention to detail was wild, man. I
Uh,
This is a great, great,
it's
great show, man.
great.
Salute to the writers, man. We said this before it even
Yeah,
came out, man. Like
right.
people disrespecting it because of the same stuff we just said about Anthony Mackie, the same
Mm-hmm.
exact stuff, just stupid. Like just let it play
Watch
out.
it.
We know it's
Just
not
watch.
a part of that universe. This is a completely
Mm-hmm.
different situation, man. Like let's let it play out.
Right. Absolutely. That's that's how you should be, but this is not the day and time for that. The people just don't do that
Hmm.
stuff anymore. They have a preconceived notions how they want things, and if it's not that to a T, and they get this straight from like out of
Right.
thin air too. Either you've read a comic book or two in your life, and
Hmm.
you found your favorite version of something, and now you want that to come here. Man, leave that where you
Yeah,
left it, man.
man.
It's not coming here.
Microwave,
You go,
microwave
yeah.
society, man. They don't even let that
It's
cake
awful,
bake
man.
at
Creatives
all.
have what did he say? What did I say in the bars? Uh oh man, oh, I just lost my bars in my head. Oh man.
Now you got me
Cause
going through
being
everything.
uh uh
It got me
what did I
going through
say?
all of them now, man.
You gotta think of my bars. Uh because being custom is undeceived. You too
Deceased,
accustomed to the
custom,
cookie cut.
cut,
Hold up, no
no
mumbo,
mumble,
please.
please. That's
Like
the
that's
yeah,
real though. People
yeah.
are used to the cookie
They
cutter
too
stuff.
accustomed
They
to
can't
the
they
cookie
can't
cut.
appreciate actual art and
Mm-mm.
actual creativity.
One
And
of
it's
the
sickening
realest
to me.
lines ever
You know what I
ever
mean?
spoken. Yeah,
So
man.
to all the people who are involved with this
You too
project, keep
accustomed.
cooking.
You too
Yeah, that's
accustomed.
real though.
It
That's
is
too accustomed
one
to
hundred
the
percent
cookie cut.
facts.
Yeah, man. It's just yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
especially in this type of medium. This is supposed to be creative.
It's
This
supposed to
is
be like
a what if ish.
appreciating art, man. This is like art.
Mm-hmm.
You
It
know,
really is.
again,
It
people
really
have to
is.
like see it to believe it, and that's kind of like the unfortunate part about people's attention span nowadays, man,
Mm-hmm.
because they can't process like because like you said, they too accustomed to the cookie cut. So if it's not baked already for them, they can't see all the ingredients that goes into it. They
Right.
got to see the full joint popping out of
Right.
the oven. It's like, nah, man, you got to know what them ingredients is in there. You don't know what you over
Mm-hmm.
eating, bro.
Factuals. Factuals.
That's why we
Y'all
bless
go
the
to
hands that
McDonald's.
prepared.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Y'all need to be blessed. Man, y'all need to be praying for yourselves when y'all go get them
Yeah,
chicken
man. That's why
nuggets.
we bless
Y'all
the
scared to
hands that.
see how they made, but y'all murk them though
Listen,
every time.
man. I mean, I just had to throw a bag of nuggets, Tyson nuggets, in the air fryer today too, man.
Man,
I'm blessing the hands that prepared them nuggets right now because I don't know what hands prepared them. You
facts.
know,
But you just know they be hitting after they come out that joint for
they
you know
hit,
what I
bro.
mean? They do
They
be
hit.
hitting.
They hit every single rip too.
Oh man, that's real. But yeah, man, appreciate art, y'all. Please just appreciate the art. Let it flow. If you watch it and then you don't like it, I respect that to the fullest. I respect that. You
Hmm.
just can't throw me the preemptive hate. I can't stand for that stuff. That's just
Right,
trash. So
right. They won't look at it.
indeed, man. Next Wednesday can't come fast enough. I need
Hmm.
you, J Camp, to finish up episode 2 so we can talk about it because we got
I'm gonna
things to
definitely finish it
discuss
up
for
today,
shizzle.
man. I'm gonna be in the right state of mind, man, to finish that joint
No doubt.
today,
I had
man.
something else to say and I done forgot what it was, but
I
we just
do
gonna
want
leave
to
it there.
say, make sure y'all, if you want to hear more of those bars, like Son just said, if you want to hear more of those bars, make
I'm
sure
the
you cop
ultimate,
that. The
ultimately.
ultimately, yes, make sure you cop that Campfires on the Sunday. Because if you didn't know,
Facts.
we do get an album out on
Yes,
all
sir.
streaming platforms. Campfires on the Sunday. Jason, just type it in.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna pull
Yeah.
up on your joint, and then you can get them jewels that you're looking for, so you don't
Facts.
be accustomed to the cookie cut. There's no mumble on that album, so cop it today. Hit that like and that subscribe button, that notification bell, and remember when we tapping
All that.
in, because once we go live, we're gonna chop it up with y'all. One beanery.
Indeed. Yep, that's all we try to do, man. We want to chop it up with y'all and have fun. These are the conversations we have when we talk on the phone. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys do the same thing. When you see some news come across the news desk about Marvel or whatever, you call your boys and all them like, yo, did you hear about this? This is such and such. That's all we doing right now,
Right.
y'all.
Don't.
Why
Right.
don't y'all
Right.
join the conversation? That's all we want to do. Talk about it. So it's fun. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching us. If y'all heard something y'all liked or didn't like, talk about it in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you got other
Mm-hmm.
topics you want us to touch on, let us
Let us
know.
know, right?
We
Because
got
we'll touch on
no
it.
problem with doing that. And our next show is going to have a special guest. I tried to get him on this time, but it was just a
Mm.
slight short notice. A slight short notice. So,
Mm.
but next time we will have a special guest on this show, and I cannot wait to bring him from the bring him back to what we doing here. That's for sure. But
Yes,
Jay Camp,
indeed.
I appreciate you hopping on with a brother again. You know how
Absolutely,
we
man.
do.
This is what we
Jay
got to do,
Son,
man. You know,
absolutely. We went over our time once again, 10 minutes. But
it is
what
what
can
it
we do,
is,
man?
man. It's for the people,
Yep.
man.
It's a blessing, though. We still good. All right, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, once again, I'm Son. That is my guy, Jay Camp. We are Jay Son. Go cop that album.
Hmm.
Hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button. We need
Yes.
25 more subscribers so we can go
That's
live.
it, man.
That's it. So
Just a
please
quarter. Can
support.
we get a quarter, man? I mean,
Yeah.
a quarter or what? 5 nickels? If my
Mm-hmm.
math
I
is
mean,
right. If we get if we can get 5 subs a day, we'll be there next week. Come on, guys. Like,
facts. Yep.
look out for your
Yep.
boy.
Please. But on that note, I appreciate y'all once again. We out of this thing.
We out here.
Yes, sir.
Peace.